The dust has barely settled on WrestleMania 42, and the landscape of WWE is in complete chaos. Jackie Redmond has just confirmed the shocking news that undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is officially not medically cleared to compete. After a brutal showdown against Randy Orton, the American Nightmare is suffering from a severe orbital injury, deep facial sutures, and staples in his head that have left his future in the ring hanging in the balance.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But why did the finish play out the way it did? New reports suggest that the original creative direction for WrestleMania 42 was vastly different. Sources indicate that Randy Orton was once slated to walk out as the new champion, but a late-game pivot kept the gold around the waist of Cody Rhodes instead. The legend killer made sure he left his mark regardless, capping off the night with a signature punt that has fans buzzing about the true intent behind the company booking. The inclusion of Pat McAfee in this high-stakes feud has drawn sharp criticism, with many feeling the interference was a forced attempt to save a crumbling storyline. The sudden reset in the main event, involving an RKO to McAfee and the aftermath with Randy Orton, has been described as a confusing overcorrection. Experts are now questioning the long-term impact of this decision on the credibility of both the performers and the championship itself. With Cody Rhodes sidelined and a target firmly on his back, the potential for a rematch with Randy Orton at Backlash remains the biggest question in wrestling. The rivalry is clearly far from over, and the fallout from this weekend is only just beginning. Make sure you are the first to know what happens next by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a beat. Ever wonder what happens when the dust settles after a WrestleMania main event? Well, the news out of the WWE medical tent is nothing short of brutal. Jackie Redmond just dropped a bombshell on the WrestleMania 42 kickoff show. The undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes, is officially not medically cleared to compete. After a clash with Randy Orton that felt like a war of attrition, Rhodes is walking away with 3 stitches in his face and 4 staples in the back of his head. But the real horror story? That trademark Orton punt. The impact was so severe that Cody's orbital socket is damaged to the point where he literally cannot open his left eye. It is a sobering reminder that while the spectacle is scripted, the physical toll is terrifyingly real. Cody was so banged up that he was forced to pull out of his appearance at WWE World. And honestly, seeing the footage of him struggling to even see makes you realize how lucky we are that things didn't go even further south. The chaos at the end of that match was pure madness, with Pat McAfee donning a ref shirt and neck brace, only to get our code for his troubles. That opening for the Crossroads was pure poetry, but Randy Orton isn't the type to go quietly into the night. That post-match assault, stealing the title, smashing it into Cody's skull, and delivering that infamous punt, was the legend killer at his most sadistic. Orton has a history of shelving legends, from Cena to the McMahons, and now he has put the American Nightmare on that list. With both men physically compromised, the big question remains: can this feud even make it to Backlash in May? Let me know in the comments if you think Cody will be back in time or if Randy just ended his run. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more breaking updates from the world of wrestling. And remember, in this business, 1 second you are the hero, and the next, you are just another name on the legend killer's hit list. Ever wondered how close we were to seeing history change forever at WrestleMania 42? Picture this. The main event ends, the confetti falls, but it's not Cody Rhodes standing tall. It's the legend killer, Randy Orton, hoisting that title for a historic 15th time. Sounds wild, right? Well, it turns out that wasn't just a fantasy booked by fans. It was actually the original plan. According to reports from Body Slam Plus and Fightful Select, the powers that be spent weeks heavily considering an Orton victory to close out Night 1. Think about the gravity of that moment. Seeing an absolute icon reclaim his throne on the grandest stage of them, all would have been the ultimate shocker. But, as we saw, the WWE pivoted, keeping the gold firmly around the waist of the American Nightmare. What makes this even more fascinating is the aftermath. That brutal, post-match punt kick wasn't just a random act of violence. It was a clear signal that this rivalry is far from over. Seeing a bloodied Orton holding that championship belt high while Cody lay motionless in the ring was the perfect cliffhanger to transition us into this new chapter. And let's talk about the toll this match took. Cody walked away with a swollen eye, an orbital socket injury, and a handful of staples in his head, eventually getting pulled from his scheduled appearances because, let's be honest, he was absolutely wrecked. With the dust settling and backlash looming, the question is, was the right call made by keeping the belt on Cody, or did we miss out on a massive crowning moment for one of the greatest to ever lace up the boots? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more backstage scoops. Sometimes, the stories that almost happened are just as intriguing as the ones we actually saw. Ever feel like you're watching a car crash in slow motion, but the driver keeps trying to change the tires mid-skid? That's exactly what WWE gave us at WrestleMania 42. We need to talk about the Pat McAfee situation, because calling it a misfire is being generous. Let's set the stage. The build-up to the Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton match was already feeling like a convoluted mess, but inserting Pat McAfee into the mix was the cherry on top of a very bad Sunday. It reached a point where the company realized they'd painted themselves into a corner. Fans were rightfully annoyed that a non-wrestler was overshadowing Randy Orton's hunt for his 15th world title. So, what was the solution? A clumsy, last-minute reset during the show itself. When Randy hit that RKO on Pat, it wasn't some stroke of creative genius. It was a desperate panic button. The original plan was reportedly a tag match at Backlash, but the reaction to McAfee's presence forced WWE to pull a swerve on a swerve, right in the middle of their biggest stage. And that's the real problem here. You don't start a high-stakes storyline only to abandon it when the heat gets too hot. It feels like storytelling by committee, a chaotic, messy process that lacks a singular, coherent voice. We're now stuck with a massive narrative hole. If that RKO was supposed to write McAfee out, why put him in the program at all? If the stipulation holds, McAfee is effectively done, but we all know how that goes. Stipulations are often as fragile as the booking itself. It's reminiscent of the worst of WCW 2000, where logical arcs were traded for cheap, confusing gotcha moments that leave the audience scratching their heads instead of cheering. Look, WWE is nowhere near the absolute depths of the Nitro era, but when you're prioritizing corporate optics over satisfying, long-form storytelling, you lose the audience's trust. We don't want swerves for the sake of swerves. We want a narrative that respects the characters and the fans who invest their time in them. Do you think WWE is losing the plot with these constant mid-show pivots, or am I being too harsh on the product? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the business of wrestling, hit that subscribe button for more breakdowns. Because at the end of the day, a promotion is only as good as the stories they actually finish. Is the American Nightmare's reign currently hanging by a thread? We just got some heavy news coming out of the WrestleMania 42 kickoff show, and if you're a Cody Rhodes fan, you might want to brace yourself. WWE's Jackie Redmond has officially confirmed that Cody is not medically cleared to compete. After that brutal main event against Randy Orton, the medical report is looking grim. We are talking 3 facial sutures, 4 staples in the back of the head, and an orbital socket injury so severe that Cody literally cannot open his left eye. It's a sobering reminder that while the spectacle is scripted, the toll on these athletes' bodies is undeniably real. Cody was even pulled from his scheduled appearance at WWE World, which tells you everything you need to know about the severity of this situation. If you saw the chaos on Saturday, you know exactly why. After a wild sequence involving Pat McAfee and a referee bump, Cody walked away with the win, but Randy Orton wasn't about to let him have the last laugh. Orton, ever the legend killer, lived up to his nickname by delivering a vicious, trademark punt to a defenseless Cody. It's a move that has historically put legends like Cena and Batista on the shelf, and now, Cody is officially on that list. With rumors swirling about Orton's own back issues and Cody's eyesight in question, the road to Backlash is looking incredibly uncertain. Is this just the next chapter in a long-term blood feud, or has the Viper effectively sidelined the face of the company? I want to hear your take, Drop a comment below and let me know if you think Cody will be back in time for May, or if this title reign is about to take an unexpected turn. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the latest updates on this developing story. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the ring.